So good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all participants joined us for the virtual recognition program of the Teacher in the Loop AI initiative organized by the Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia in collaboration with the Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, and Council for the Indian School Certificate Examination, CASE. Over the past 4 months, more than 80 teachers from across India have been part of this pilot initiative actively contributing to every step of this transformative journey. Today, we come together to celebrate the achievements of those 80 dedicated educators who have demonstrated remarkable innovation, ownership, and commitment in shaping the future of AI integrated teaching and learning in India. To begin the program, it's my pleasure to invite Dr. B. Shadrach, Director of SEMCA, to deliver the welcome address and set the context for today's recognition ceremony. Dr. Shadrach has been a guiding force behind SIMCA's vision of inclusive and technology enabled education across the Commonwealth. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Khalid. It's my honor to welcome each one of the 80 teachers to this virtual recognition program. And in this program, I'm very pleased that both the CISC and the CBSC have been our partners together with NCRT. And the Calls and Cost Teacher in the Loop program is actually an idea that combines the power of AI with that of the power of teachers, especially those who teach subjects that are quite difficult. Today's program, thanks to my colleagues Mr. Khalid and Dr. Srivatsava, stands as a stunning example of how people and computers can work together. First, I must iterate that the world of AI, or in the world of AI, humans in the loop of AI is very critical. Or I stated, it creates a synergetic relationship between human intelligence and machine learning. In other words, HI, human intelligence, and AI, artificial intelligence, coming together is likely to be the norm of the future. It's easy to condemn, ban, and withdraw from this phenomenon, or it's prudent to embrace just to ensure that things don't go out of our control. It's one's own decision. However, at Call SEMCA, we are sure we wish to embrace AI for social good. But in the human in the loop of AI form, only then can we ensure the following. We can ensure that the accuracy and reliability of the work carried out by the combo of AI and HI can be achieved. We can mitigate bias and we can also ensure ethical considerations. The transparency and explainability of any work is feasible. If it's left to AI, then the transparency and explainability becomes a problem. Adaptability and continuous improvement is extremely important. Machines do this, but it's very important for human beings to be in the scene. And more than anything, building user trust and acceptance, but also legal and regulatory compliance are very, very important in this scenario. That said, the project that we have embarked upon is what we call the teachers in the loop AI. Now, humans in the loop of AI is important, but equally important for us is teachers in the loop of AI, particularly in the education and skills development context. The integration of AI into education is a powerful force, but without teachers in the loop, its potential can be severely limited, and the risks can be amplified as well. So teachers are not just users of AI tools, they are essentially collaborators, guides, and ethical compasses, basically to ensure that the evolving landscape of AI is guided from. Now, in this project, I am very pleased that we have undertaken a lot of steps right from almost we have treaded this journey for a year, whereby we met together a range of teachers to understand their perspectives about AI. And many of them said AI is an important tool and they would like to explore and know more. They said the students are using AI much more than the teachers themselves, so it's important for them for the teachers to be in the loop. Then we asked them as to if we were to initiate a project to create certain education aids, learning material, and teaching aids, what subjects would be, which are the subjects that are most desired by the teachers? And we brought teachers of all kinds. And they said, well, when it comes to ninth standard, mathematics is a very difficult subject. Why don't you try attempt at doing? Because not very many places, mathematics is targeted and looked into as a subject which needs explanation beyond the abstract level. And that's when we met up with Dr. Viswajit Saha of the Central Board of Secondary Education to discuss if such an idea is a feasible idea. And he was very welcoming. Not only he said that ninth standard, the higher order thinking is demanded, but the level increases dramatically, the level of learning. There are quite a few new concepts introduced in the ninth standard. For many children, it becomes very difficult, but equally so for very many teachers to explain certain concepts from a life setting point of view, it becomes extremely difficult. That's one of the reasons why we have a lot of young people resorting to rote learning. And he said, let's demystify this. And that's when we conceived this project, brought teachers together, gave them a challenge of identifying the difficult to teach and difficult to comprehend topics, gave them another challenge of actually coming up with their own solution to the whole thing. And they came up with their own solution. And we had a kind of a competition in which many teachers participated. And we identified quite a few of the resources that they themselves created as one that could be further explored. Now, that said, we are here today to celebrate the success of the 100 and odd open education resources, or you can call it easy to comprehend, easy to teach, teaching aids, content, and learning material created by teachers with the help of AI, the AI model that we had put in place. And there we go. We have 80 of you who participated in this, and we wish to continue this journey for the next year as well, exploring maybe the 10th standard syllabus to see how we can address some of this. When it comes to this project, the main teacher we had in mind was the teacher in the rural and remote areas with very limited resources to teach and very limited opportunities to network with others. So we said to these 80 teachers, can you consider creating something that thousands and thousands of teachers in the rural and remote areas could use and perhaps use in the classroom settings? Because as teachers, you are the ones who are pedagogically sound. You know the context, you understand the context, you can align your material that you develop to the curriculum, to the courseware, to the textbooks that have been created. You can design effective learning experiences for your learners. So you are the ones who ought to be here doing this. So we recognize the pedagogical soundness and relevance of the teachers who can combine their power, the power of AI. We also said that teachers in the loop of AI is important because teachers can mitigate algorithmic bias because all the teachers who 80 of you who were involved in this project very well would know how much even the tool that we had used had its own bias and its own issues. So we said When teachers get involved, there are issues around bias, ethical concerns can be addressed, and teachers can also critically think and humanize the learning experience so that even in the process of creating this material, we can bring in the essential human skills necessary, the human connection that is needed in even in a subject like mathematics, how you learn and the way you learn. And finally, we also meant that when teachers get involved, they would continue to improve the content that they produce so that a feedback loop can be created. So the teachers in the loop can be feedback in the loop as well. And that's one of the reasons, even, as late as 2 weeks ago, some 8 teachers were at my office working together with Mr. Khalid and Dr. Srivatsava in further fine tuning this content, 100 and odd content that you have created to make it more human centered, ethical, effective, and continually content that could be improved so that personalized learning experience can be provided to the students. So this has been a wonderful and remarkable journey for us. I wish to thank each and every teacher who has been involved in this process. I wish to thank at this time, both our partners, particularly the Central Board of Secondary Education, Dr. Saha and Dr. Emmanuel, who is with the Council for All India Secondary Examination Certification of Secondary Examination, and the 80 teachers who have patiently worked with us over a period of 8 to 10 months now. And I can promise you that we will continue this journey. We will work with you further now, looking at even 10th standard syllabus to see if we can move the needle forward and create a repository of content, learning material, teaching aids, and others that could be made available to the thousands and thousands of teachers who are deprived of many of these networking opportunities, access to learning materials. Eventually, all this should result in our learners learning not in a rote learning way, but in a manner that their foundational and conceptual clarity are attained so that mathematics can be a lifelong friend for all the learners that we teach. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for setting a thoughtful and inspiring tone for the day. We're also happy to share that we have been joined, apart from our TILI teachers, we are also being joined on our live. Many teachers from across India have joined in our live watching this session through our YouTube. While Dr. Joseph Emmanuel, the Chief Executive and Secretary of CISE, who has been a strong supporter of the Teacher in the Loop AI initiative, is unable to join us today due to his travel commitment. We are very pleased to be joined by his colleague, Dr. Bhavna Sharma Tharagi, who leads the division to plan and implement curriculum development, teachers training and empowerment, as well as the student engagement initiative at CISE. We are deeply honored to welcome and invite Dr. Tharagi to deliver the special address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Khalid. A very, very good evening to Dr. Shadrack, my respect, and to all the esteemed educators who've joined in. Dr. Biswajit Saha, I saw his window also somewhere, and Khalid, of course, and Dr. Ramesh Chandra Srivastava. First of all, I wish to convey our gratitude on behalf of Dr. Joseph Emmanuel, the Chief Executive and Secretary of CISE Board, and all of us here for involving the teachers of the CISE board in this very, very innovative project. It's a time of AI, but is it the time for mathematics and science also? You know, the discussions around the space that AI is going to perhaps impact the human intelligence value and the cognitive abilities of our students, since we are using AI for a lot of tasks now that were usually done by us using our own intelligence. We are taking the support of AI. Now, mathematics and AI, when they amalgamate together, how it is going to help us to provide access to enhance the engagement with students. This is such an interesting space. And a project of such vision, of such magnitude, a project which is going to have such a great impact on the students who are out there in the rural areas and the teachers who want to support the students, but perhaps they have certain limitations of their own. Even the thought, even the vision behind this whole project is absolutely inspirational. And my congratulations to Call Semka, to the whole team there, to Dr. Shadrach for thinking up that this is a space where a lot needs to be done and involving our teachers in this innovative project. So my congratulations to all the teachers who have been involved in this immense growth. I'm sure you all have seen the growth curve happening for you. And I'm really excited to look at the resources that are available, the open education resources that have been built for class 9th mathematics. We are, as a board, focusing on the enhancement of digital pedagogy, on infusion of the digital pedagogy to build subject-specific competencies. And it will be very interesting for us to be able to use those resources for our teacher trainings, for our students, and to utilize them to the maximum so that we are able to contemporize the classrooms, we are able to use the AI-based pedagogical strategies to enhance access and education. I am sure all the teachers here have worked immensely hard under the leadership of Dr. Ramesh Chandra Srivastava and Dr. Shadrach here. And the next set of resources that, as Dr. Shadrach said, which is the class 10th we are looking at for next year, we are equally excited about that. And we hope that the CISC teachers, we have more teachers joining you for this project next year. And we collaborate and work towards this really, really innovative and exciting project. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for insightful perspective and support for the system improvements in teacher education. Now, the TILAI project would not have been possible without the vision and encouragement of Dr. Biswajit Saha, the Director, Skill Education, CBSE. His leadership has been instrumental in championing future-ready learning models across Indian school systems. Sir, we are truly grateful for your presence today. We warmly welcome you and invite you to deliver the keynote recognition address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Khalid. Respected Shadrach ji, Bhavna ji, Mr. Srivastava ji, and all our colleagues from both CISC, especially our good friend Dr. Joseph Emmanuel, who is traveling today, and from SEMCA also, all colleagues as a team, so we are working for quite some time. And of course, all the eminent teachers, because this project is because of you. And your contributions and dedications is actually led us to reach this stage of recognition ceremony. At this stage, actually,
ड्रॉप कर ली कोई बड़ी बात होगी तभी तो छोड़ दी यहाँ से
अच्छा somebody अच्छा at this stage actually we are witnessing
तुम्हारी फ्रेंड है क्या वो
multiple shift that is we can name it a paradigm shift or something else, because the classroom once defined by the blackboard or now whiteboard or smartboard and textbooks with the fixed curricula, of course it is still undergoing, is actually going to have a massive transformation, and that transformation is definitely going to be driven by artificial intelligence. And in the age of AI, education is going to move beyond the four walls. And I really want to congratulate all the teachers who have participated in these projects, and especially SEMCA conceptualizing a timely intervention. Because one way the personalized learning or adaptive learning requires the multiple intervention, and challenge lies when we are going to teach subjects like mathematics, and many a times it creates a lot of fear or anxiety among the many students, because the language of law is many a times by many of the students, or even including many of the teachers, because it's a common notions we have just try to visualize or also try to experience through our school journey, college or university journey. There are a lot of leakage because of certain mindset issues. So mathematics has been somewhere, it is actually cornerstone of academic development, but this kind of anxiety is actually somewhere creates a problem of their future development, and many brilliant minds were not able to stimulate them to achieve a success because of this kind of anxiety. So at this stage, let us explore, or rather through these teacher interventions, uh, I think AI could be one tool you can utilize, but your experience throughout teaching multiple decades, and your experience as a student is definitely going to, first of all, identify the child who was struggling with various mathematical issues, whether it could be fractions or division, basic issues, and then uh, how, with the help of technology, we can really help them. That strategy need to be found out by all of us. And imagine a student who is going to solve a geometry problem at home, and how AI interventions, and especially any kind of tools, can give you some instant feedback. So these days, there are a lot of tools available. Now, which tool is actually going to help what kind of student? I think there comes the teacher's role, because there are many tools, many schools. I have came across different forum, especially the teachers forum, even in Delhi NCR also, in other part of the country, the teachers are using the tools like different this visual, uh, verbal, and certain numerical tools, and adaptive platforms like GeoGebra, Desmos, and even these Khan Academy's interventions are also there. So there are a lot of things, lot of tools are available, but whether you are advocating these tools to be used by student, or simply for your teaching enhancement, capability enhancement, you are uh, limiting themselves to be used by only a fraction of teachers community, not even the all mathematics teachers across the CBSE schools or CISE schools. So I think through SAMHCA, we can use as a bridge the best teachers of both ICSC, as well as from CBSE. You can have a good network, and the tools, you use these tools, AI tools, for transformation, and gradually reaching to each and every CBSE and ICSE school for the capability development. Long back, let me share with you, I think 4 or 5 years back, we try to, in fact, in that journey, Dr. Joseph was also very much there with me when he was there in CBSE. We we were in Singapore, and interestingly, in Singapore, we have a good number of CBSE schools, and also some the Singapore government schools. And incidentally, one of our affiliated schools is sharing this boundary with one government schools in Singapore. So we, Team CBSE has had interacted with the teachers of both government and schools of Singapore and also from CBSE school. And incidentally, maths teachers of both the schools have, in our visits, they have presented two teaching model. So Singapore teacher has used, if I correctly remember, suppose there are a lot of advertisements are coming these days on is hurry up there are good sales of this residential flat in different part of the country. So Singapore teacher has used this advertisement for teaching mathematics, and Indian teacher also used one traditional example. Now you just you can imagine and think what would be the outcome. Both have performed well, but real life examples, and that too also contemporary examples, creates a lot of attention. So my humble request to all of you, that can we use that kind of strategy, which actually, because one, or we might be a student in three decades back. So, but our understanding of student, we many a times we confused with ourselves. So the strategy adapted by our teachers may not be truly applicable for the today's learner or future learner. And that's why how we can leverage the technology, and especially AI, I think that will going to promote and collaborate the problem solving through many way. Not only group, but that group cannot be limited only within the boundary of the classroom. So let us create some problem which, especially at present, both ICSE and CBSE school teachers can identify, and they can give this problem to the student who can jointly solve this problem, and both the teachers can act as a facilitator or guide. And at the same time, you can also give some kind of prescription for utilizing some AI tools. I think then, in true sense, these projects is going to see the outcome. And let me also tell you another examples. I think one of my junior in college, he is now teaching in Central University. Uh, he was doing PhD on Sudoku, and it was again 7-8 years back. He by now he has completed and awarded PhD also. So all these maths teachers, you are genius. So even your if you are aiming for higher education, so these kind of real life problems, and also how gamified approach in teachings you can bring, and how technology can help. I am not limiting yourself only with the AI, but definitely today's celebrations we are going to talk about AI only. So that will definitely build a fluency on your logical understanding, which you already have, but how we can build for the student, that that need to be seen. And lastly, I think how many times we talk and many of the teachers are practicing, but large number of teachers need to practice how maths in music, maths in history, and maths intertwining capability. Rather, can we aim for a mathematical pedagogy to teach other subjects? Can we think of in that way? So this larger cohort, I think there are a lot of things we can do. The last component, of course, towards assessment. Uh, Formative assessment, I strongly believe, would be much helpful. where student can reflect in their learning. But of course, NTERM's board exams may create certain confusion, but you have the autonomy. So what kind of flexibility you want to give to students, so that initially I have mentioned about the anxiety, how we can remove that word anxiety from that their capability. I think that's largely lies with you, and how we can celebrate the mistake as a part of the learning, because by virtue of structural approach, many a times mathematics teachers are very strict on their dealing with the students, because they many times things digitally. So my humble request to you all, that being a educator, your approach may have certain flexibility, so that you can empower the student. And of course, the final thought on this agenda would be, as per NEP 2020 and NCFSE, math teaching should be, I'm categorically just trying to reiterate that, to be joyful, experiential, and connected to life. Let's make mathematics how we think, solve, and create. And I think the future's enterprising world, social and emotional learning world lies in your hand. So let us celebrate. And once again, thank you for inviting me in this virtual celebration. All the best. And wherever CBSE's interventions is required, we are committed to work with you in all front. And I think in these projects, post that, you can create a community of mathematics teachers, because in AI for community, here for student and teachers, we have already created, but not specific to mathematics. I think that kind of community we can create. Then there are a lot of real life problem will come from different part of the country, and gradually with the CBSE school and even ICSE's international school, and try to and then try to solve the real life problems of the globe, not limiting. And that's that. With that vision, let me pause here. And once again, I'm congratulating Mr. Shadrach for initiating this kind of wonderful projects and putting us as a team. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saha, for your inspiring and visionary address and putting forward great examples of educational practices around the world, and most importantly, waving the future path for the Teacher in the Loop AI initiative. Now, we present a brief testimonial video featuring voices of our participant teachers who share how this program has meaningfully impacted their teaching practices and contributed to their professional growth.
In 2025, the Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, CEMCA, collaborated with the Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, and the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examination CISCE, to pilot a pioneering AI initiative called the Teacher in the Loop AI. The Teacher in the Loop AI journey began with a focused subject, grade 9 mathematics, a crucial area where many students struggle and teachers face instructional challenges. A committed cohort of over 80 practicing teachers from across the country came together to lead this effort. Through a series of structured online and offline workshops and training, they explored how to blend pedagogy with AI-supported resource development. An AI-powered OER adaptation tool was developed specifically to support the initiative and content generation aligned with the NCERT curriculum. Teachers worked in groups and individually to generate, curate, peer review, and contextualize open educational resources. With the support of AI, each resource underwent multiple teacher-led peer reviews and an expert review ensuring quality, accuracy, and classroom relevance. The process concluded with fine-tuning the AI tool with relevant feedback and contribution from the teachers, and preparing over 100 curated resources for publication and classroom use. This virtual recognition program is dedicated to honoring the stellar contributions and unwavering commitment of the participating teachers, who have led with innovation, collaboration, and purpose throughout the Teacher in the Loop AI journey.
Had someone asked me 4 months ago what AI meant for educators like me, I might have said, maybe it's the future, but I'm not just ready for my classroom now. But then came the Teacher in Loop AI, which is not just a program but a spark. Week by week, I found myself learning, experimenting, and slowly shifting my perspective. I've realized that although AI is an incredibly powerful tool for content creation and classroom support, but it cannot, completely replace the intuition, the empathy. Essential
helps us to understand the need of the underprivileged section of teachers and students who live in remote areas, who have no access or limited access to all the teaching learning materials we have. It also gave us an opportunity to meet all the great fellow teacher learners from all across India and work in collaboration with them.
It has supported me in planning lessons faster, creative, good learning material, and helping students with different learning needs. Most importantly, I have learned that it's very important to use AI with human thinking, care, and values.
Before this July, I might have been seeing that AI as a distant concept, but now I view that it as a powerful co-pilot for education. It's truly shifted my perception of what is possible.
Wonderful experience. I've learned so many things, and by meeting the other teachers, sharing their experiences, and learn how the technology they are indulging in their teaching method.
It gave us a space to explore, contribute, and learn how AI can be harnessed to support classroom teaching.
My skills in integrating technology into education, but also broaden my understanding of innovative methods.
Great experience, a great platform. I felt privileged to be a part of that. Attended the workshops at New Delhi with enriching and with great participants from all over the country. We developed open educational resources, resource materials, OERs.
We created lesson plans, activities, and teaching material using this platform. We work in group and later we work individually also.
Today I see AI not as a threat, but as a bridge, connecting traditional values of teaching with the future learning.
Initially, I viewed AI as just a tool for some basic tasks, but through this initiative, I discovered that it is a powerful potential tool for the teaching.
The concept of non-examples was a big thing to learn, which I am still using in the classes.
I learned how to represent abstract topics to the students, how relate technology with these abstract topics, how to use AI to deal with this abstract topic.
So we now move to the most heartfelt segment of this program, hearing directly from some of the teachers. Through their voices, we will get a glimpse of their journey, challenges, and pride they experience while contributing to this unique initiative. For that, now I would like to invite a few of the teachers. I would like to invite Dr. Deepak Agarwal from Rajasthan to share some reflection.
Thank you, Khalid. I think that I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thank you, Khalid. Thank you, SEMCA, for giving me this opportunity to join this particular program. Thank you, Dr. Shadrach, Dr. Bhavna, Dr. Saha, Dr. Rameshan, who really mentored this entire program in a very nice manner, and he really guided the entire team in a very nice way, online, offline, and I hats off to him that to see his dedication and commitment towards the training part. I really, even after working as a maths teacher, started from TGT to principal now. Even I learned a lot many things which I think that earlier I was not aware of, and the technology is supported in a very nice manner, and it's glad to know that more than 100 resources have already been uploaded, which can be used in the remote parts of the country and benefit it will benefit a lot many children across the globe. Mathematics class 9th is the basic foundation from where the students gather their interest towards the subject, and they can excel like to the great extent towards the subject. So thank you for coming across with this kind of idea, and I hope that this kind of idea will be taken to the next platform as well. And in due course of time, I wish for more this kind of workshops and projects. Thank you, SEMCA.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Sukhdeep Kaur from Delhi to share some insights.
Good evening, Dr. Shadra, Dr. Ramesh Chandra, the entire team of passionate educators that we see here. And I'm so lucky that two more of my colleagues were able to join me on this project from the Army Public School Shankar Vihar. It has been both a reflective and introspective journey. There are so many things that we learned on the way, how to create, curate, and then most importantly, how to give a feedback, how to review your own OERs and of the others too. It has been with lots of new concept in class 9th. It is a challenge to take it on in the traditional way sometimes. And I'm sure everybody will agree that each child has their own different learning graph, and you cannot be measuring them with the same yardstick. So this is where AI helped us to take it to all the children to make it more inclusive. Thank you so much, Dr. Shadra, for visualizing it and taking it forward. Dr. Ramesh for giving us those insights which were so valuable to us. Khalid for organizing and keeping us in the loop all the time. And to the wonderful team of SEMCA, a big thank you for making this happen, and we look forward to more such interactions in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. To formally conclude today's ceremony, it's my honor to invite Dr. Ramesh Chandra Srivatsava, the subject expert and a driving force behind the Teacher in the Loop AI initiative. Dr. Srivatsava has played a crucial role in guiding the academic direction of the project and mentoring teachers throughout the process of resource development. We now request Dr. Srivatsava to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Khalid. Good evening, everyone. It is my honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks at the conclusion of the Teacher in the Loop AI virtual recognition program. First and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. B. Shadrach, Director SEMCA, for his leadership and vision, which made the Teacher in the Loop AI initiative a reality. I also express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Vishwajit Saha sir, Director Skill Education, CBSE, for his inspiring keynote address. His words have highlighted the importance of empowering the teachers through AI technology and innovation. I also extend sincere thanks to Dr. Bhavna, Head of the Research Development and Curriculum Division of CISCE, on behalf of Dr. Joseph, Chief Executive and Secretary CISCE, for his thoughtful and motivating special address. His insights have added a great value to today's program. A very special thanks goes to the 90 passionate mathematics teachers from across the country who co-created and refined over 100 AI-powered educational resources. Your commitment and creativity are the heart of this project. Also, thanks to technical teams, my colleagues Khalid, Nabila Ata, and Aflaq Ahmed, and Dr. Shreya, and the peer reviewers and experts who supported the process and it ensured quality and curriculum alignment. Gratitude to our institutional partners, CBSE, CISC, and the state boards like the Banastari Vidyapeeth and UP board for their contribution, collaboration, and encouragement. Lastly, I thank each one of you jointly as today. Let us continue to move forward together, keeping teachers at the center and using AI as a tool for meaningful learning. Thank you and warm regards to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the for the vote of thanks. And with that, we come to the end of this very special recognition program. On behalf of SEMCA and all our partners, we once again extend our deepest gratitude to all the teachers for your commitment, creativity, and contribution to the TILAI project. We look forward to your continued leadership as we move ahead with the next phase of this journey. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you. Have a nice day.